All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most fundamental tools in business strategy, something that's used in boardrooms all over the world. We're talking about the SWOT analysis. Let's jump right in. So, have you ever wondered how giants like Amazon and Apple make their massive billion-dollar decisions? A lot of the time, it starts with something surprisingly simple, a 4-box grid. And by the time we're done here, you'll know exactly how it works and how you can use it too. So first things first, what exactly is a SWOT analysis? Let's get right down to the basics of this classic strategic tool. Okay, so SWOT is actually an acronym. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Think of it like a strategic snapshot. It's a way for a company or, hey, even you personally, to get a really clear picture of where they are right now by looking at the good stuff and the bad stuff, both inside and out. It's all about awareness before you make your next big move. Now, this right here is the absolute key to getting SWOT right. It splits everything into 2 buckets. You've got your internal factors, that's your strengths and weaknesses. These are the things you actually have control over, like your brand, your team, your product. Then, on the other side, you've got external factors, your opportunities and threats. These are the forces out in the world that you can't control, like your competitors, new laws, or market trends. Nailing this difference is what makes the whole thing work. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds kind of like something from a Business 101 class. And you're not wrong, but don't let its simplicity fool you. Some of the biggest companies on the planet use this exact framework to steer their strategies. Let's see it in action. We're going to start with an absolute behemoth, Amazon. How does a company worth nearly $2 trillion use a simple grid like this? Well, let's take a look. It's actually a perfect example. So check this out. For Amazon, the story becomes crystal clear. Internally, their strengths are obvious, right? That powerful brand and their complete dominance in e-commerce. But their internal weaknesses are just as clear. Super thin profit margins and all those public issues with working conditions. Then you look outside. The opportunities are huge. Think expanding into new countries or the insane growth of their cloud service, AWS. But at the same time, they face serious threats from competitors like Walmart and, of course, the ever-present risk of government antitrust lawsuits. See how it just lays everything out? And you can see the very same logic with Apple. Their strengths, an insanely valuable brand and a customer base so loyal it's practically a religion. Their weakness, well, they rely a lot on the iPhone. It's over half the revenue. The opportunities? Huge potential in AI and growing their services, like the App Store and iCloud. And the threats? They're facing regulatory pressure all over the world and massive risks in their global supply chain. It's the same framework, just a different story with different, powerful insights. Okay, so it's simple, it's powerful, and the biggest companies in the world use it, so it must be perfect, right? A silver bullet for any problem. Well, not so fast. Like any tool, it's got its upsides and its downsides, and you really need to know both. The best thing about SWOT is its simplicity. Anybody can understand it, and it's a fantastic way to kickstart a big strategic conversation. But that's also where the traps are. The analysis can be really subjective. It often just reflects the opinions of whoever's in the room. Plus, it's just a snapshot in time, and we all know how fast the world changes. But here's its biggest weakness. It's great at identifying problems, but it doesn't actually tell you what to do about them. Man, this quote from a 1997 study just hits the nail on the head. The single biggest danger with a SWOT analysis is that it becomes a box-ticking exercise. A team gets together, they fill out the grid, they feel super productive, and then the document gets filed away and absolutely nothing changes. It's analysis for the sake of analysis. So, how do we fix that? How do we make sure our analysis actually leads to action? Well, you can do it by taking your SWOT and just kind of flipping it on its head. It's called the TOWAS matrix. Okay, TOWS is where the magic really happens. This is how you build an action plan. It forces you to connect the dots between the boxes. So, for example, you ask, how can we use our strengths to take advantage of these opportunities? That's an SO strategy. For Amazon, that's like saying, let's use our strong brand name, our strength, to grow faster in emerging markets, our opportunity. You see? By matching up the quadrants, you go from just a list of stuff to an actual concrete strategy. All right, we have covered a ton of ground in a really short amount of time. So before we wrap this up, let's just boil it all down to the most important things you need to walk away with. Okay, here it is. Number 1, always remember what's internal versus what's external. Strengths and weaknesses you can control, opportunities and threats you can't. Number 2, A SWOT analysis is the start of the conversation, not the end. It's not a complete plan. Number 3, watch out for its biggest pitfall, which is doing the analysis and then nothing. And finally, number 4, use the TOES matrix to turn those insights into an actual game plan.
And that's pretty much it. But I want to leave you with one final question to make this real for you. Forget about Amazon for a second. Think about yourself. What's one personal strength that you have that you could use to grab a new opportunity that's out there right now? Really think about it, because that's the first step to making strategy work for you. Thanks for watching.